Hello, this is Eric Putkonen, and today I'm going to talk about the omnipresence of the self. This has become a bit more sensually, tactily apparent to me more recently. Because I was born and raised in Minnesota, I'd lived my entire life in very familiar surroundings. It wasn't as apparent, but last month I moved from Minneapolis, Minnesota to St. Petersburg, Florida. And I started noticing it over the 4 days traveling with all my stuff, that there was this sense of who and what I really wasn't moving. The scenery would pass by, the scenery would change. There might be a feeling of centrifugal force in the turns or gravity or acceleration, but that wasn't identified with. Who and what I really wasn't moving. All motion is within the self, or for that which the center is everywhere and the circumference is nowhere. The self is omnipresent, everywhere, here and now. And so it's become very much more apparent now living in Florida, where everything looks very, very different. That there's this feeling that what I really am hasn't moved at all. And this has given me a little bit deeper understanding when some past teachers really insisted that the self doesn't move. Now I've taught that motion still happens, and it does, because you see my hand move, my lips move. There is motion in the world. It's not an illusion in terms of nothing actually moved or happened, because within the self there is undulation and change and transformation, but there's no identification with a specific piece of that, and you would need to identify with a specific piece of the motion in order to feel motion. If you're not identified to any of this, and there's just the self, again, a center that's everywhere and a circumference that's nowhere, where can it move? There's no other place for it to move to. So it's this ever-present here and now. It doesn't move. And that's what I kind of wanted to talk about today, because it's kind of been a interesting, I guess, feeling of not having a deep feeling of not having moved. And in this way, whether it's location based or even the body, where would you go? So even more so when Ramana Maharshi was, I guess, on his deathbed, close to death, he said, "The doctors tell me that I am dying, but where could I go? I'm here." That has a stronger and deeper meaning in that you really aren't going anywhere. You aren't moving. The self is ever here. The self is ever now. And that is regardless, or it doesn't matter what movement is going on in the world. So it's the stillness within movement. It's the almost in the old Taoist, actionless action, effortless effort. I think Zen sometimes does that too. But it is something that transcends apparent movement. And I think part of it is the non-identification with the body-mind. Because if you're not identified with the body-mind, then you're not overly attached to its motion. Because obviously body-minds can move. But the self, that which you really are, doesn't move. It's got nowhere to go. So I'm hoping this sheds light and doesn't confuse the issue. But thank you very much.